for Andy's Bachelorette review.
And this week, best described as fractious.
Oh, fractious.
It was a fractious episode, Tara.
Really?
Second episode, I'm not going to give anything away when I give away the ending right now. There were no roses handed, no rose ceremony. There were date roses.
Okay.
This has been the craziest season of The Bachelor, Bachelorette, or Bachelor in Paradise in some time. If you remember last week, Koopa was kicked out. He was yelling at producers. She had to go out and she escorted Koopa, made sure he didn't get arrested because he was going to get physical with the producers.
Koopa was mad.
He did not want to do the exit interview. And then we get into this episode. The group date featured sumo wrestling. They got the sumo wrestle with some pros. That is Tony doing his thing with the wrestlers. Tony is a Zen guy, okay? Tony describes himself as seeing the world through a child's eyes. He has the heart of a warrior and the spirit of a gypsy. That's an exact quote from Tony. So Tony does this. He's trying to get Caitlin's attention, but in the end, he's a spiritual healer by trade, Tara.
Oh, is he?
He did not want to take part in such barbarian... Pardon me?
He's a man bun.
He is a... Oh, absolutely. Just for this, though. Just for this, he did. He does not want to take part in such barbarian and savage, dates. Here's Tony's views. Very upset.
I think that, having to, show aggression on every competition is just, I would have much rather, go on something peaceful and loving because that's who I am.
Well, you didn't have to do that.
Well, no, I mean, I'm here for you, Caitlin. I really am. And I want to be here, and I want to show you the multiple sides of me. I view the world through the eyes of a child.
Eyes of a child.
I have the heart of a warrior and the spirit of a gypsy.
He said that a few times in the episode. That's my new moniker. I'm going to sign off on emails.
Please do. Put that in your signature.
So here's the thing. He doesn't continue on the date. He has to sit and get centered. He decides that, you know what, the Bachelorette isn't for him. He's not going to find love through these barbarian dates. There's something to be said about this because they did the boxing before. And then there's sumo wrestling. It's a bit much. He says, can't we just go to the zoo?
Yeah, they're all kind of like fighting for her affection.
Tony was quirky as they come, and he really made this season so far worth watching. It's not an act. This is who Tony is.
Right. So he's gone now?
Tony took himself out.
Wow.
He went and met with the rest of the group and said, I can't do it. That wasn't even a twist. The real twist is JJ and Clint, okay? Clint and JJ, they're thick as thieves, and these two are spending a lot of time together. In fact, we're going to talk about them a couple of times in the next little while here. These two have a bromance like you've never seen before. They're hanging out together. They're talking about scrubbing each other's backs in the shower. They both like, I think they said they both love turtles, and they love hot tub time together. The guys are like...
They both love turtles?
You got to see the episode. So
yeah,
they're always
shared love for turtles.
A lot of bro time together. And then Clint comes out and says something like this on the show. Here's Clint on JJ.
I feel like I've connected with JJ probably more than Caitlin right now because we're just so similar. It's actually absolutely insane. I never thought that I would meet someone like that here. We've grown very close, almost too close, I think, at times, in the room and stuff like that, and in the shower. The possibility of coming onto The Bachelorette and falling in love with a man never crossed my mind. But I believe in the process, and at this point, I'm a success story.
Okay, it is the craziest episode. Guys are taking themselves out of the game. Guys are rubbing each other's backs in the shower, scrubbing down, having drinks in the bromance. They're talking about turtles here in the spa. Very bizarre stuff. In fact, so many guys have left. They're going to bring back next week. Nick might come back. It looks like Nick is coming back from previous seasons.
Okay, wait. Should these guys stick around though, or
Yeah,
are they just?
No. Nobody's left yet.
Okay.
Nobody's left yet because they've had no final. But what happens near the end of this episode, during one of the cocktail parties, they say that JJ and Clint are kind of like a power couple as far as bullying the other guys. So she takes Clint aside. Clint convinces her that he should stay. And then finally, she takes Clint out because she does get a real bad vibe from Clint. What is she going to say to Clint? Is she going to send him home? Is Clint's days done? Are his days done on this? We'll find out. But she does take Clint out for some one-on-one time.
So we don't know yet?
We don't know what's happening.
Oh.
We don't know what's going to happen to the bromance.
I'm hooked, Andy.
By the way, Britt and Brady are also doing their thing. Or is his name Brady or Sean? There's so many. It's so salacious. I had to get that word in once. There's so much going on. It's the craziest season ever. If you don't know, now you know. Watch the back episodes online on our City website, but also Mondays at 10, right here on City. Watch.